Marmalade the Orange Panda. One morning, deep in the forest, a beautiful baby panda was born. This panda was different to all the others, as she had dazzling orange fur. The baby's mommy was surprised. Pandas are always white with black beads or black with white beads. However, she couldn't be more in love. I will call you Marmalade, she whispered as she curled, cradled her firstborn in her arms. Soon all the pandas in the forest woke up. They gathered around to see the newest member of their embarrassment. Yes, a group of pandas really is called that, an embarrassed of pandas. No, 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 said the elder panda. This odd-looking bear does not belong with us. But why? protested his mom. He is an embarrassment to the embarrassment. Hear, hear, agree the others. Marmalade is absolutely perfect, she said. A tear rolled down her cheek. It landed on her son's nose. Plip! Marmalade looked up to see his mom crying and felt sad himself. Perhaps the other pandas are right, he thought. Perhaps I don't fit in here. While his mom gathered bamboo shoots, Marmalade stole himself off alone to the river. He gazed down at his reflection. The other pandas were right. He was different, so he decided to take himself off to see where he might belong. Marmalade hopped onto a log, doink, and began bobbing along the river. The log slid down a waterfall. Splosh! Then, as the river widened and slowed, the baby panda spotted all the weird and wonderful creatures of the forest for the very first time. Wolves slurping, leopards larking, alligators splashing and sploshing. Suddenly, Marmalade found himself being whisked up in the air. Whoosh! A pair of monkeys was hiding in a tree. Is it a monkey? No, but it looks like us. It's orange, that's all. Drop it back in the river. Whoosh! Just before Marmalade hit the water, he was caught in the beak of an ibis. Snap! The bird soared high above the tops of the tree to join its congregation in flight. Flap, flap, flap. Is it one of us? Funny looking bird if it is. Look at its color. It's like us. Nothing like us. Put it back where you found it. With that, ibis dropped the baby panda from its beak. Whiz! Marmalade fell through the trees and landed on the back of a sleeping tiger. Thump! Roar! The startled tiger darted through the forest. Marmalade held on tight to the tiger's ears, thrilled by the ride. Bumpty, bumpty, bump! The tiger stopped at a clearing where a streak of the huge orange tats was waiting. Look, a tiger cub! Don't be daft. That's not a tiger. What is it then? I think it's a panda. Pandas aren't orange. Let's eat it and find out. Slurp, slurp, slurp. The tigers began licking their lips. Not wanting to be a tiger's all-you-can-eat buffet, Marmalade raced up the nearest tree. Scuttle! He made his escape, hopping from branch to branch as the hungry tigers rose from the ground. Roar, roar, roar! When he was sure he had lost them, Marmalade slid down, banging his bottom on every branch. Boink, 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 boink. Next, he traced his way home along the riverbank. Marmalade leaped over the jaws of a peckish bengalong, snap, and slid down a sinister snake, hiss, before bouncing off the belly of a moody moon bear, growl, boing. Marmalade flew through the air, whiz, landing in a huge muddy puddle. Splut! Marmalade looked down at his fur. Now he had dark patches like all the other pandas. Delighted that he would now fit in, Marmalade bounded all the way home. It was night by the time Marmalade reached the embarrassment. All the pandas were sleeping except one, his mom. The poor panda looked worried sick. When Marmalade approached, she didn't recognize him at first, but then, "Marmalade, can that be you?" she asked as she rushed towards her baby and scooped him up in the arms. "Oh, Marmalade, I looked everywhere in the forest for you. I thought you had run away forever. But tell me, what has happened to your wonderful orange fur?" She patted him with her paw, and clouds of dusty mud exploded into the air. Woof! "Oh, my darling Marmalade," said Mom, "you never need to change. You're perfect just as you are." To help the baby panda understand, she picked some brightly colored forest flowers and rubbed her paws along them. "Look, I could be blue or pink or purple, and I would still be your mom." Little Panda bounced up and down in excitement. Boing, boing, boing. He put his hand on a bright yellow flower and rubbed the dust of color onto his mother's fur. They giggled together. "Ha ha ha!" They both looked over to the sleeping pandas. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" she whispered. Marmalade eagerly nodded his head. "Wibble wobble." "Shh! Let's be quiet, though. We don't want to wake them all up." "Well, not yet." Marmalade and Mom gathered as many different brightly colored plants and flowers from the forest as they could. Soon they had great handfuls of powdery paint. As all the other pandas slept, the pair went to work. One sleeping panda they painted purple, another they painted pink, but they saved the best until last. One they painted blue, another they painted green. Mom painted herself red, while the elder panda snored away. The pair giggled as they painted him every color of the rainbow. So when dawn rose over the forest, all the pandas awoke to find themselves painted the craziest colors. "What is the meaning of this?" thundered the elder panda. But he looked so funny that all the other pandas laughed. Looking down at his multicolored tummy, the elder panda couldn't help but burst out laughing too. "Ha ha! You were right. It doesn't matter if we are different. We all belong together. Hooray! Cheered the whole embarrassment. Not the least bit embarrassment anymore. Mom and Marmalade shared a smile before leading the multicolored pandas in a celebratory parade around the forest. Woohoo! Soon all the other animals joined in the party. A moon bear painted herself maroon. A leopard dusted his fur lime green. A snake made herself canary yellow. Thanks to a little orange panda, every animal in the forest was happy being themselves. But no one was happier than Marmalade.